So I had these three laptops in the EFTM studio for photos for an article on the website. But I got to tell you, so impressive, thought I'd give you a quick look. This is the Huawei Matebook family of laptops. Now I say family because it's a price range, and there's three here from good, better, best, basically is a good way to look at it. I think you're talking $11.99, $17.99 and $2,999. So there's a fair gap between each of them, which really defines their place in the market. But I think here's what I like about this. I like the fact that it's not overcomplicated. There's three models, there's three prices. And in reality, that's very similar to some other large tech companies we all know, Apple. It's a very clear strategy around their laptops. Whereas with a lot of laptop companies, they are and do, for very good reason, have so many products in the market that you can't really compare one to another. You certainly can't compare one at one retailer to another because they often offer a slightly different model number, slightly different spec, so that they can't be price matched and price beaten and all those different things. But in terms of knowing which laptop is the right one and where it sits in the range, it's often really hard to understand with the model numbers from major laptop manufacturers. But it's a successful format, so don't get me wrong, they know they're on a good thing, stick to it. But this is really quite simple. The D14 is your entry-level Matebook, but if you take a look at it, it's actually really good quality for what you're getting at $11.99. You step it up a bit with some different ports and a slightly better screen for sure, and the aluminium body construction of the Matebook 14, and then you go right up to that same quality, diamond edged, beautiful screen, touch screen, high performance Matebook X Pro at $2,999. So what's the difference? What do you get? Let's take a look at each one somewhat individually. So this is the D14, $11.99. Metal body, so it has that same metal body, and that's pretty unusual at this price point, let's be honest. At $11.99, you're normally getting a chunky plastic beast, whereas this thing here, 15.9 millimeters total at the maximum thickness, weighs just 1.38 kilos. It's a really nice, stylish looking laptop, and it has one of the features that Huawei has pioneered, and that is the little pop-up webcam down here, which allows you to really truly understand that you're getting the privacy without having to put tape over webcams. But it also, most importantly, and you can see up the top here, gives you a very thin bezeled edge around the screen. This is not touchscreen, great touchpad, fingerprint power on, kind of everything you need in a laptop, just $11.99. Now let's step it up a notch to the Matebook 14, $17.99. But again, beautiful metal body design, ultra slim, really thin bezel around the edge because of that little guy down there, that little pop-up webcam. And by the way, the webcam can be on and you can kind of see under the, so if you've got it on a Zoom call and you push that down, they'll kind of see under the keyboard. It's an absolute guaranteed certainty that the camera ain't there. And it's not available on a lot of laptops. It's not the best angle of you on a Zoom call, let's be honest, because it is a bit of the old up chin look, but for the best looking screen, and you think about how often you use the screen versus the camera, I think it's a good trade-off. It's a 14-inch screen, and as I said, that bezel around the edge, just gorgeous. But again, still not touchscreen on this one, and you get that fingerprint sensor and a really large touchpad, to be honest, for the mouse. And I do think that this is where you start to get a different level of spec. You've got here HDMI output, headphone output, USB-C, and then two USB-As on the other side. But this little beauty, I was a big fan of this last year, the last year's model. Obviously, we're stepping it up this year with the latest Intel Core processor, Intel Iris graphics, and this is the touchscreen model. $29.99, i7 processor, great sound on board here. You don't get the upward firing front speakers on the other models. It is a slightly thinner design. I think you'll find this comes in at around 14.6 millimeters, 1.33 kilos, but $2,999. This is a super premium, super lightweight laptop, and you get what you pay for. It's probably not going to perform against a top level pro laptop from some other brands just on graphics performance, but the Iris graphics and the i7 processor should be enough for people doing quick on-the-go editing, photo or video. The power under the hood should really account for a lot of people, and I think again, it's the design that pits this over the edge. Single USB-A on this side, and I've really clicked that screen, and on this side here, to USB-C and the headphone output. So lacking the HDMI if that's what you're looking for, but you get what you want, right? I think it's a great range. I actually think the middle model, that Matebook 14, is probably the pick of the bunch. At $17.99, you are getting all those output ports. You're getting a great quality device. You can't really see it on a video, but on the X Pro and the 14, you get this beautiful diamond chamfered edge all around. It's a stunning design feature that really does make it look quality. You're spending a lot of money. But I actually think I'd probably opt for the $17.99. That's just me though. Now you can go and check these out at the Microsoft store in Sydney and Pitt Street, the Huawei Experience stores in Sydney, and I think Centrecom in Melbourne, and they're available at Microsoft and Huawei online. A really good, viable option for your next laptop in a really simple, presentable range. And I love the fact that it's just a family of devices from Huawei.